what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, you gotta make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we will be just fine. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you
Hey everybody, it's almost the top of the hour right here. Welcome to the streams. We're not starting at the top of the hour. That's ridiculous. This is a comedy show. So we'll be getting started in just a couple minutes. This is your opportunity to share the link out with some friends, grab a snack, hit the potty, get a drink, whatever you need to do to be comfortable as the new Ha-Ha-rizons Island Comedy Tour 2020 will begin in just a couple minutes. If you're in the Zoom room, do be aware of your surroundings. If it's going to be loud, maybe where you are, maybe mute yourself. Otherwise, definitely unmute because we want the comics to hear your laughter. But you know your house better than we do, so act accordingly. New Ha-Ha-rizons Island Comedy Tour 2020 will begin in 2 minutes. See you then. Welcome to the new Ha-Ha-rizons Island Comedy Tour 2020, the first stop on the tour. Coming to you live from Club 666 on the lovely, scenic, beautiful Mixtopia Island. Make sure everybody's unmuted. We're all ready to go. All right, please welcome to your screen and stage your host, Aubrey Zavalos.
Yay.
Oh.
If you could go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear your laughter throughout. You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to. So happy to have you here. I just want to get a couple things off my chest. Oh, hold on. I'm not dressed for this. I'm so sorry. Let me just go behind the partition real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm really glad you're all here because there's a couple of things I want to get off my chest that have really been kind of weighing on me.
Are you ever going to stop playing?
I'll just spit it out. So basically, all of this, and you know what I mean when I say all of this, it's all my fault. So what had happened was I started doing comedy in January. Yep, you guessed it, January. You know what else started in January? Yeah, that's coronavirus's birthday. And if it's not a sign from God's that I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing, then I don't know what is. Yikes. And the worst part is I didn't get the message right away. So January, February, March, I kept doing comedy. Every show I did, the pandemic got worse. My last show, the next day we went into lockdown. Point taken. Got it. I got the message. Okay. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. And I figured the least I can do to make it up to you is to take advantage of the fact that you're trapped at home and make you watch us play Animal Crossing. So, oh yeah, and I repent for my sins, like whatever I did to bring this down upon us all. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Moving on. I ended up quarantining with my mom. I was just gonna be a temporary stay, but I ended up staying because the apocalypse hit. And there's this invisible killer on the loose. So it keeps making me think of like, has anyone seen The Thing, the movie The Thing?
Yeah.
Woo! John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll know what I'm talking about. So in The Thing, there's this thing that infects you and makes you evil, makes you kill other people, right? But you don't know who it is until it's too late. Sound familiar? Yeah. That's just like La Rona. So I figured I'll just stick around here at my mom's because at least if she gets infected, I know all of her weaknesses. So like, I know exactly what to do to lure her into the shed out back. But listen, I'm not a monster. I'll keep her food bowl full until we find a cure. So, I'm all set. I've had a lot of free time, like most of us, mostly because I've been doing a lot less sex. A lot less of doing it, but a lot more of thinking about it, more than before. I was thinking about how sex ed really failed us in high school, because like basically, so like they taught you how to put a condom on an erect banana, right? But then where's the follow through? Like, what do you do when the banana goes squishy? And or like, what if there's a second banana? What do you do when the banana gets spots that weren't there before? Like they left out so much, right? The way that they taught it, it was like you could have one condom and a bunch of bananas. No, that's not how it works. You need one condom per banana, one banana, done banana. There, that's our slogan. It's not that hard to teach banana safety. But we missed it. And I think that's why people are really struggling with the coronavirus stuff, because they didn't learn this. So like people are wearing gloves to protect themselves from contamination, but then they're wearing the same pair of gloves everywhere they go and touching everything. So their gloves are just like full of this massive load of germs. It's one and done. We just went over this, one and done. Because you can't like stop in the middle of sex, take the condom off, turn it inside out, put it back on, and plug it back in. We can't do that. We know that. But that's basically what you're doing when you're taking your mask on and off, on and off, on and off. Every time you touch your mask, you're getting cum all over it. I mean, no, wait. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. But
no, go on.
I just want you to be safe. Please practice safe apocalypse. This is the one time where abstinence is actually the best advice. Please abstain from leaving your home as much as possible. And go fuck yourself. Literally, please masturbate. This has been me, Aubrey Zavalos, encouraging you to go fuck yourself. Now, please keep that energy going for your first comedian for the evening. She is funny as hell. Keep an eye out for her because she's going to do great things, but also because she will shake your money trees when you're not looking.
Oh my God.
Serious Liz Stone.
I don't. Thank you. I'm scared to shake your hand because of COVID, but it's good to be here. Oh my God, look at you guys.
I'm stuck on stage.
Oh yeah, here we go. Out of the way. I already blocked Aubrey from getting on stage. We are, woo! All right, well now I'm excited to be here. What a nice break. You guys are like all settled in. This is good. I like that we're past the panic phase of this quarantine where we don't need to go out and go crazy preparing. Remember when everyone was just going nuts over toilet paper and food, and I had to prepare. I bought 2 bags of cocaine and Lysoled all my 20s. So I am ready. And then these shows are really fun. I love the Zoom shows because it's a good break from my nightly quarantine routine, which is I black out on canned wine in the bathtub every night. That's where I'm at. And I heard someone groan, and you apparently don't know the joys of canned wine. It's good stuff. And I was trying to figure out why I love it so much. I'm like, okay, I've red, white, rosé, and it's all amazing. And then I realized that when I drink wine out of a can, I have no fucking clue how much I'm drinking. So am I able to give myself reactions during this? Yeah. So that's how I feel about canned wine, just pure joy. I highly recommend it. But I got divorced right before this pandemic hit, so I didn't know I was going to be living alone, which is kind of hard. And the whole divorce in general was hard just because I honestly really loved everything about being married except for my husband. So now I'm just kind of like, and people are checking in on me to see if I'm okay. They're like, are you lonely? Are you doing all right? And I'm like, I'm fine. I have 2 cats and Instagram. Like, this emotionally is way better than a husband, all right? And after I get out of the tub in a blackout every night, I like to get really stoned. You guys probably do this too. And I just relax, I get high, and I log into my cat's Instagram account and talk to other cats as my cats. So I don't know why everyone's worried about me, including whoever just owed me. I'm doing great. Everything's fine. No, I'm so lonely. If any of you touch my arm, I would definitely marry you. So it's also hard. The last time I was single was such a long time ago. It's when I was excited about my flip phone technology. So being single now is very abrupt. I don't know how to use technology, which is even worse in a pandemic because everything's technology. But even before we got shut down, I didn't know how to use dating apps or anything. And I kind of want to just meet someone the old fashioned way, like just in person over some drinks in a blackout, right? But then everyone's like, no, you got to do online dating. And one of my gay guy friends was like, hey, I'm going to set you up on the apps and get you started. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. Because he knows what he's doing. He's on Grindr. And then it turns out I saw the messages he sent from my account, over 100 of them, all dirty food puns for some reason. Like, he messaged this hot guy named Luke, and he's like, hi, I like eating almonds, but I'll take alternative nuts. And then Luke wrote back to me and is like, hi, are you hungry right now? And I'm like, oh my God, is this dating? Is this it? Like, I'm not ready for this, okay? This makes me miss my husband's ED. This is just too much. So I don't know why I did a greeting one for an ED joke, but I'm really not caught up. I told you I'm bad at technology. I don't know how to fucking use this controller. So anyway, it's been trying to date has been really hard. Like even before we got locked down, just dealing with people on the apps. Like I went out with 3 different guys in a row who each showed up in a blackout, but I was sober and I had no idea they'd already drank so much they were not forming memories. And I'm not proud of this, but technically speaking, I have sexually assaulted 3 men this year. So not where I thought I'd be at this point in life. Like when I first became single, I was terrified. I'm like, it's scary out there. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm the predator. Not what I thought was going to happen. So I was like, I got to meet people who drink less. And I went on one good date. I swiped on all this guy's pictures. And the last picture he posted, it was a screenshot of his credit score. And it was 828, which is amazing. 828. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. Every responsible woman in here is wet right now. Okay. And so I started telling people about it because I was so excited. And then people kept sending me their credit scores. And people were asking me, like, is it creepy out there? Are people sending you dick pics? And I'm like, no one's sending me dick pics. I just have an inbox full of credit scores. So I finally was like, I got to do something with these. And I had all these old wedding picture frames that were sitting there empty. And they were making me depressed. So I put all the credit scores in them and I made a nice display. And then they're up in my house, and I've had several dates walk past it and be like, I must be wrong, but is that a shrine of credit scores? And I'm like, yes, it is. And none of them ever called me again. So no, that did not work out. And then I went to Colorado before lockdown, and I met this like super mountainy guy. Like he looked like he had 10 machetes in his basement or something. I'm like, this is not my type at all. Like, no way. But then I saw his dick and I was like, whoa, new type, you know, just woo. And so he was nuts. Like we were hooking up and we broke a bed, but then he fixed the bed and then I came. I live in San Francisco. I've never seen a man fix something before, but that shit is hot. It is super hot. I don't know why. Now I'm just laughing at myself. Sorry, I don't know how to use this thing. I should stop doing reactions during this. But then during the pandemic, so then after I got back to San Francisco, this guy started sending me dick pics, and I'm like, this is my time. I'm ready for dick pics. I haven't been ready yet. New phase of the divorce. But this guy's dick pics were the worst. It was the worst composition and lighting I've ever seen. Okay, like the first dick pic, the guy is in like a Circle K parking lot with terrible shadows, and I'm like, all right, I'll give him one more chance. And the next picture he sends is just his dick in a bright purple sleeping bag, and I'm like, this is not gonna turn me on. I don't like camping or homeless people. I'm not into any of this. And I'm like, if I send you a picture of my butt, like it doesn't even have clutter in the background. I fucking respect myself, you know? And so I just taking these dick pics and making fun of them with my guy friends. And I can't see if you guys start sneezing. Am I I'm okay on time?
Achoo.
I'm sneezing. Okay. Well, one more thing about this guy. Terrible dick pics, but when we were hooking up in Colorado, I got a condom lost inside me, and this hulk of a man managed to find it and get it out of me without hurting me, which is the most gentlemanly thing anyone's ever done for me before. And then after that, I was like, I don't think we need to use condoms. If I get pregnant, he can handle it with his bare hands. So, all right. Well, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Sorry if I ran long. I could not see the sneezing.
You're good. And you keep it going for Liz Stone and keep that energy going for your next comedian. He will make you run through an obstacle course before he'll be your friend, but it's totally worth it. Make some noise for the very funny Mark Berg.
Oh goodness. Hello everybody. Hi, great to be here. Thanks for coming out, Mixtopia, Club 666. How y'all doing? Got any couples in the audience tonight? Woo! Fantastic. Well, thank you guys. I'm so glad to be here. I haven't gotten the chance to do a set in in 5 months now, I've got anxiety. I don't know if anybody else here got the anxieties. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually having a bit of a panic attack right now. So if you guys have never seen somebody with anxiety before, you can go home today and tell your friends, yeah, panic attack looks a lot like a short Jewish guy. It's just what it is. And just to add to the fun, I also have depression. That's right, both. Manic depressive, so much fun. Been handling it well with this new therapist I have. She's fantastic, and she's been running me through things that like made me realize I've had depression pretty much my entire life. Didn't think about it before, and she reminded me when I was 4 years old, my dad was buying me a Super Nintendo for my birthday. Like a Super Nintendo. Wait, why would I be angry? I was so happy about that Super Nintendo. I was 4 years old, and I remember my dad leaned down to me and he said, are you excited to get the Super Nintendo? And I looked back up at my dad at age 4 and said, you know, sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I were dead. And he looked back at me and was like, holy shit, do you need like a second controller or what's going to fix this situation? I was like, yeah, second controller. And if you could find a friend to go with that controller, that'd be fantastic. It'd be so good. I love my therapist though. She's so good. She makes me not feel like I'm super crazy. She was asking me one day, what's the most dramatic thing you do when you're feeling depressed? And I go, sometimes when I'll go in the bathtub and drink whiskey. And she goes, oh, that's not so crazy. Sometimes, like every Saturday night, I like to lay down in the tub and have a glass of wine. And I said, okay, let me rephrase that. I drink whiskey in the bathtub without any water. And she just went, wow. Like clothes on and everything. I was like, sometimes 3 or 4 jackets. I just want to feel warm again. So good. I'm enjoying. I'm just gonna stretch my legs on the stage. This is nice. I'm loving this area. It's like a real good. Does anybody actually ever use these stools? I'm just gonna. All right. We're getting into story time here. How's everyone's COVID going so far? Are you just loving it, or you hating it? Either way, you should be finding so much stuff to do around your house. Like I recently rediscovered that I like boiled hot dogs. Yeah, see, not everybody's a big fan, but the thing that you don't know if you don't make boiled hot dogs is you don't get to enjoy that delicious after hot dog water. Hey, don't you knock it, okay? That's called hot dog broth, and it's a delicacy in some households. Mostly my household. It's weird. COVID gives you a lot of time to catch up on things that you didn't think you had time before, like perusing way too much pornography on the internet. There's plenty of it there. And what I want to know is why in the hell is there so much just incest porn? It blows my mind. You go on and you see like on front pages like young daughter fucks uncle. And I was like, this is going too far. And one of my friends said, well, it didn't say whose uncle it was. And I said, it doesn't fucking matter. Any uncle is bad. Yeah. Nobody wants to fuck Uncle Rick. That's why he's always drinking PBRs in the corner by himself. You leave Uncle Rick alone, okay? And what's weirder is I started going down the rabbit hole trying to see all the things. And by the time I hit page 47, I found this one that was just, it very much made me confused. I was like, what the hell is this? Because the title of it was, man fucks waitress at Olive Garden because when you're here, you're family. I gotta give it to them. They had a lot of production value in that creamy Alfredo in that shot. It's actually kind of funny too. I remember, I think it was about 2 years ago, I met a porn star at my favorite band's rock concert in Berkeley, California. It was amazing. And the funniest part of it was, I didn't even recognize her first. I recognized her boyfriend before her. Like, that is a very confusing moment. And I was kind of staring at him for a second until I realized who it was. And he came over and he was like, hey man, do I know you? And I was like, not exactly, but you know what? I'm just gonna say, nice cock, bro. Fucking killing it. And he got a good laugh. He said, do you want to meet my girlfriend? And I was like, I would love to meet your girlfriend. And he was just like, not like that. I was like, okay, I've seen you guys' videos. I know you like the public thing. Let's make this happen.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they got about the same responses from that. I'll just nod my head. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? Am I getting the light? I've seen it thinking. Okay, we'll do one more joke then. Let's see.
It's my turn.
What the fuck else? You know what? Let's go out on this one. I quit my job last year. Fantastic move just before everything went to shit. And I don't know how many of you have ever quit a job that you hate, but I recommend it. It is so nice to just be able to go into your boss's office after a lot of thought and just like really think about it and you go, hey, you guys don't pay me for all the overtime I work. Nobody appreciates it when I bring in bagels every Friday. And you know what? I quit. But not now, in 2 weeks. Because I want you guys to keep paying me while I just Google random shit on the computer. And then they go, Mark, you can't just do that. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? I just quit. You can't fucking touch me. Now I gotta go on the internet and find out all of the things that I have just been wondering for years, like, how much horsepower does a horse have? It's more than one! Did you guys know that a single horse can generate up to 16.9 horsepower? What the fuck? So that leads to the question, well, what is a horsepower? Well, it turns out a horsepower is 550 foot-pounds per second. And then you might be asking, Mark, what is a foot-pound? And that leads you to another Google search. And when you do that, you can take that safe search off your computer at work because fuck them. I can search all I want. Found some new sites, things I never thought I was into. A lot of feet involved now. This is a very strange time for me. It was a very weird one. Aubrey, how am I on time?
Achoo.
Achoo, perfect. You know what? I'm going to end on that. You guys, thank you so much for coming out today. My name is Barkmerg. Thank you so much for coming out and joining. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, Mark. I'm actually going to go on the stage this time. I realized I forgot to do that last time.
Ooh, oh no. I don't want people to see what she's doing.
I can't stop.
Don't stop.
I can't stop. I'm just going to keep clapping. I don't know.
Keep it going forever.
I'm keeping it going.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, sorry.
Was that my intro?
Thank you, Mark
Okay.
Berg. Keep that energy going for your next comedian. So sorry. If you don't make some noise right now, she will shit talk you on her hot tea dishing talk show. Please make it loud for the hilarious Emma Haney.
Yay! Give it up for me. And give it up for Aubrey, everybody putting this together. Or not, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. Thank you, Mark. I learned so much about horsepower. It was amazing. It was funny. I'm the one who's the camera for this. Oh, God. I'm so nervous. But I was outside. If you couldn't see me, I'm like, oh, my God, how should I do this? I went outside during Mark's set. Sorry. I was trying to keep it as real as a comedy show where I usually just stand outside. And a homeless guy came up to me, and I was like, oh, my God, no, oh, God. And he was like, all he was asking me, he kept asking me what time it was. Why do homeless people always ask you what time it is? I don't understand. So I'm going to start my set with, any good comic with an impression. Let's see if you guys can guess who this is. Do you see? Huh? Who am I? Oh my God, is that a butterfly? Oh God, are you bringing me bugs? Oh God. It's Blathers. Is Blathers the worst? You guys know Blathers, that weirdo that you donate all the stuff to? He's scared of bugs. It's super weird. I'm like, don't you eat these and then regurgitate them out? I don't understand. But it's good to be here. It's nice to do a real stand-up show, kind of. We got the setting right. But the last real comedy show that I did before this, it was a themed comedy show, which was fun. The theme was, here, let me change again. I got so many outfits, it's like I'm hosting the Oscars. It was a themed comedy show, and the theme was sex positive. So here's my outfit for that. And when the guy first told me, I was like, sex positive, like, that's cool. Like, I'm a high school graduate. I can do sex jokes all day. It's gonna be fine. And he was all, no, it's like sex positive. It's like you talk about like your kinks and stuff. And there's no kink shaming, no kink shaming. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I was like listening to some people's like jokes, and I was just like, some of these kinks need to be shamed. Like some of these kinks are super weird. Like one guy just came up and he was just like, you guys know when a mistress puts on your choke collar, and she's just like, clean my shoes, pig. And I'm just like, no, I don't know that one. It was wild, man. Like, and it's like by the time I had to go up, because I don't really have that many kinks, so I like went up there and I was like, well, sometimes during sex, I like to keep my socks on. You know what I mean? I'm a kinky freak. But yeah, I'm gay. Is that a kink? I think that's a kink. Right? Oh God, my father would disagree with you. My father would disagree with you. I actually just, oh wait, I have an outfit for this. Hold on. I came out a few years ago. Lesbian aunt. There you go. I'm your lesbian aunt going on a bike ride right now. That's who I am. I came out a couple years ago. Oh, thank you guys for the claps. You are more supportive than my husband was. You are way more supportive than my husband was. He was just like, oh, what? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I wear jean on jean, so constantly in a Canadian tuxedo all of the time. But he was actually pretty supportive about it. It wasn't bad. It was more hard actually to come out to my parents. It was super weird because I was 20 years old when I came out. So it's like my parents knew me the whole time as one way, and they were just like, oh God, our beautiful daughter, what happened? No. And I remember when I came out to them, we were eating dinner, and it was like 6 months after I left my husband, and we were talking, and they were just like, so Emma, like, what's new? You dating anyone? You seeing any like cool guys? You doing anything? And I was just like, actually. And I was like, this is the perfect time. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. It's gonna be great. I was like, well, actually, funny thing about me, I like women. And my parents were just like, what? And I was just like, I'm gay. Because I figured like the more I did with my hands, like the less they would hear what I was saying. And my dad was just like, what? And I was just like, oh God, what? I like clay. Never mind, goodbye. Just back into the closet I went, you know. It was a shock to him though. Like I was so deep in the closet, you guys. Like I know the way to get to Narnia. Like I know how to get there. I still know. Come on, yeah. No. Oh man, I love my outfits. I'm just gonna keep doing it. There you go, perps. But it was fun. I mean, it was weird too, like having to come out to because my dad asked me. He was just like, well, how long have you like known this? And I was just like, I don't know, I guess since I was like 10. Sorry, my reactions are slow. I was like, I don't know, I guess since I was like 10 years old. And he was like, 10 years old? Like, how would you even like know that when you're 10? And I was just like, I don't know, Dad, like you just like, you see something and then like your body reacts to it. And he was just like, well, what the fuck are you seeing at like 10 years old to make your body react like that? And then I started just like manically listing like everything that ever turned me on as a child, which was weird, like almost a little like too fast, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, I don't know, Dad, just like Dr. Quinn medicine woman. Like Xena Warrior Princess was a thing. Do you guys remember that show, Xena Warrior Princess? Do you remember it, Jesse? I'm talking to Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse's the only one I can like I can't even see like the Zoom chat. But like Xena Warrior Princess, she had like her little sidekick, Gabriella, remember? And there was like an episode where they kissed. It was like a dream episode, and I was just like, I guess the writers are getting my fanfic that I've been sending in. It was super weird. And then I just started getting like too obscure with like my examples. I was just like, the fish from Fantasia. She was super. Oh, God. Do you guys remember that sexy ass fish from Fantasia? It was just like she was like swimming around with like bedroom eyes, like weird jazz music. I was just like, is she swimming for me? I feel like she's swimming for me. Let's just do this for the end. Oh my God, I'm naked. You guys, this has never been done. I don't know why I did that. I did it for fun. I'm going to stay like this and make everyone uncomfortable. No, I won't. I'll change. Let me go back. Oh, no, I don't know how. Anyways, but now my parents are like cool with it or whatever. Or cool with it is like a shitty way to say it. They're more comfortable. But my dad's almost like too comfortable with it. Like, I remember we were shopping. Like, it was like right before the quarantine and everything happened. We were in the grocery store and we're just like walking down the aisle and my dad stops and he was just like, hey, Emma, you see this lady? Huh? He's like nudging me. He's like, you see this one? Huh? You see the cans on that one? I'm just like, whoa. Dad, like I didn't know what to say. I was just like, yeah, Dad, I see her. Really more of an ass man myself. And also that's Mom. Like I'm really not looking. Anyways, that's been my time. I'm gonna get out of here on that. You guys have been great. Welcome Aubrey back up to the stage. Yay, Aubrey.
Keep it going for Emma Haney.
I'm back. Oh my God.
Y'all really have the reactions and the outfits down. I'm having a really hard time like multitasking. Like I don't know what my character's been doing this whole time. Y'all are doing a great job. Make some noise for your last comic of the evening. He'll be hosting next week's show and making you weep with shame on how shitty your island looks next to his amazing paradise. Please get excited and make it loud for the hilarious Netflix famous Andrew Arolfo.
Yay!
I can't get up on the there we go. Hell yeah.
We're doing our best.
So sick. Hell yeah. Netflix famous, you know what I'm saying? And even in a video game I can't sell out shit. So this is cool. It's like 5 people here. This is cool though. I'm okay. I'm having a good time in quarantine like Mark. I've been having like this weird anxiety to where like in the beginning of this I couldn't sleep. And someone was like, hey, go get a weighted blanket. And I looked into it, and then the heaviest blanket you can buy for like safety reasons is like 25 pounds. But this is what I did, and what you could do, you know, you could just like buy 2. You know? They don't really monitor your cart like that. And because I bought one initially, and because someone was like, put it on, and it's like someone's giving you a hug and it makes you go to sleep. And I put it on, and it just felt like I was about to get my whole body x-rayed. That's like my anxiety wasn't gone, but I did feel like I was safe from radiation, you know. So that didn't work. So I tried having my girlfriend lay on top of me, but she's got a real weak surface area, you know. So I bought the second one, and as soon as I put the second one on, I immediately fell asleep, or I got choked out. Either way, I was gone for like 10, you know? Because that's the thing I learned about myself, You know, I don't need someone to give me a hug to go to bed. I need someone to really go for the submission. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing now that I just have to like keep in mind is like every night before I go to bed, I do have to take a pre-workout supplement if I want to lift it up in the morning. It's not bad. It's just you take 2 shots of creatine and I wake up feeling ripped. So that's where I'm at. I'm quarantined here with my girlfriend, which has been pretty fun. We're just at this point, we're just trying new stuff to not be bored. Like we decided to watch porn together, which didn't work out the way we wanted, you know, because just if you thought looking for a movie on Netflix took a long time, wow, okay. takes so much longer, and it's hard to find something because she's already watched everything with her ex-boyfriend. So that's what we're dealing with, you know. And if you look at the search history, turns out she's not even really a huge fan of what race I am. So it's fine. But yeah, she put me on some new stuff. Like she got me into waxing her legs, so we've been doing that a lot. That's been fun. I really enjoy it, just because I find that both of you really get something out of it. Like, I don't know if you're in a relationship here, but get into it. Just because when we do it, obviously she comes out of it with like hairless legs, and then when I do it, I treat it as for every strip I rip off, it's for every time I feel like she's ever wronged me. So it's a nice release. Is it domestic abuse? I don't know. Is it legal? 1000%. So we're gonna keep doing that. I don't know. It's been weird. I took my COVID test. Had to do that. That was interesting. I did the drive-in ones, which I don't think you should be allowed. That should be allowed, just because you're supposed to. This lady was like, stick this Q-tip an inch up your nose, and my whole life I thought I knew what an inch was, but when it's in your nose, it's real different. You know when you stick a Q-tip too far in your ear and you like drool a little bit? They did the exact same thing. But yeah, I did that, and I don't know if anybody took your COVID test, whoever's watching the stream, but if your test came up negative, then you did not march and you need to work on yourself. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of Instacart in quarantine. I'm losing a lot of money on that app, and not because I've been spending too much, but I've been losing bets with my roommate on which items are gonna get replaced. That's what we do now to like have fun. We just order obscure items and they get real upset when the weird cheese doesn't make it. But we use my girlfriend's account, and a lot of times she'll be like busy, so she'll make me go out and get the groceries. And the other week I went out to go grab the stuff, and when I opened the door, there was a dude. I was supposed to be looking for this person named Jessica, but when I opened the door, some dude with what looks to be my groceries, and we're both looking at each other just very confused, until one of us just had to go, Sarah? and then I just had to just be like, Jessica. And it was a very genuine moment when we were just like, oh, okay, we do way too much for our girlfriends in this time. But yeah, I'm not going out at all. To grocery stores. I'm over that, just because I was like kind of embarrassed, like the first day of mandatory masks. I didn't know, so I just like went to a Target without a mask, and then when I got to the Target, a security guard was up front, and he put his arm out in front of me, he just like stiff armed me, and I was so thrown off by it that I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, I thought you put us on guest list. Like, why is happening to me right now? And then he was like, nah, it's because you don't got a mask. And I was like, I know the DJ in this Target. You need to let me in here. But that's how I knew like the virus is real, because just masks are part of the culture now. That's just it. And if you don't like wearing a mask, that just tells me that you're afraid to take risks with your outfits, and I don't want to hang out with that kind of person. You know? That's just another thing you flex with. But my mom, she started making her own masks, and she made one with an American flag on the front. And I was like, oh, this one's fun. Why'd you make this one? And she was like, oh, it's so people aren't like racist to me. And I was like, okay, well, they can still see your eyes. So maybe make an American flag ski mask or something. But that's what I've been doing. This year, I made it a goal for myself to just be more aware of like injustice in society, you know, be more woke or whatever, right? Because I feel that people really respect you more when you say shit like that, you know? So that's what I've been doing. So to do that, every night before I go to bed, I put on the movie Get Out, but I will put it on in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do my part, right? Like my girlfriend, she is white. I did that for the culture. Because we all saw it. We saw white women calling the cops on brown people for no reason. So I was like, okay, if I get one, then that's just me keeping one off the streets. Keeping my community safe. All right. Y'all been fun. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you, everyone, for joining the Zoom show and the stream. Whoever's watching, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for the first episode of the new Ha-Ha-rizons Island Hopping Comedy Tour. We're going to be back again next week, same time, same stream, but we're going to be at Andrew Arolfo's amazing island. So be sure to come back, please.
Thank you all for tuning in. I gotta go over Aubrey's notes.
Where's Jesse?
I'm right here.
Jesse's
Oh wait,
gonna take us out with the plugs.
there you are. I forgot I was muted because you didn't want to. Yeah, I want to make sure I got all of the plugs right here for all of the comics that you saw. One more time, everybody, for Aubrey.
Yeah.
Great job hosting. Wonderful Club 666 here on Mixtopia. So all the plugs for everyone that Aubrey sent me. Liz Stone runs the show Live Comedy on Zoom. Go to zoomlivecomedy.com for more information. You can catch Mark Berg as the host of Capital Punishment Tuesdays, not on Stab, Tuesdays on the Capital Punishment Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/cappuns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Wait, capital puns.
Capital puns with an O. Capital puns.
Whoops.
Yes, we made it easy.
That's all
That
right.
was my bad.
We haven't worked on simulcasting with Capital Punishment yet, Aubrey. That's all right. Emma Haney and Becky Lynn just started Animal Gossing here on Stab. Wednesdays at 8:30. The first episode was this last Wednesday. It's a Animal Crossing gossip show, and it was pretty ridiculous and fun. So check that out the next coming Wednesday. And then Andrew Arolfo. I'm gonna read this verbatim. Has an awesome virtual comedy show with Irene 2. It's called Starline Comedy. Mondays at 8 p.m. Follow at Starline Comedy on Instagram for more information. And you can also catch Andrew on Netflix on the comedy special Joe Coy. Check it out. Check it all out. Wait, that's all caps with 3 exclamation points. Check it all out!
There you go. That's what I was gonna do.
So thank you all for joining us. Next week, next Saturday at 6, we will be going to Andrew's Island for the next stop on the new Ha-Ha-rizons Island Comedy Tour 2020. We're so happy to have had you here. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And let me get that. That's good. And are we gonna have a net fight? What's going on over here?
Yeah, we're just having fun. I'm wearing my underwear.
Oh, it's the backstage green room net fight. Oh no, it's in the audience. Oh, you guys are losing it. Okay. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Stick around at 8 o'clock. It's Sacramento Improv Theater, short form improv, right here on Stab at 8 o'clock. So yeah, check us out, stabcomedytheater.com for all of the latest.
Oh, people are ditching out now.
We gotta get out.
Rude.
Sorry.
You couldn't
Sorry.
even wait.
Oh,
Stabcomedytheater.com or on Facebook.
didn't
Check
mean
out
to
all the
mess it up.
events. We'll see you later.
I thought it was time. God, I really need to learn how to use this thing.
That was fun.
Good stuff.
That's my favorite Zoom show I've done so
Yeah.
far.
You guys killed it with the outfit changes and the reactions and stuff.
Man, hell
So good.
yeah.
Are we still on stream?
I mean, just a second. I've got the goodbye slide up.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Our audio.
I thought it was end, and then I actually pressed the button when I didn't need to.
She just Irish
I
goodbye
don't know
the
what I'm
shit out of
But I
us.
have to run. Thank you